Hello and welcome. You're watching Markets Today. I'm Sakshi Patra, and this is where we discuss everything about the stock market opening action in this new week. Also, to help you understand what are the early trends really indicating the stocks and the sectors that are in focus, and the five factors that will be important and will provide triggers to the market in this week as well. So, everything that you want to know and be prepared for the markets trading this week. Let's start off with the opening action first. Well, the markets have opened higher. Remember, last week has been a good one with three consecutive days of gains, totaling to over 9 lakh crore rupees getting added to investors' kitty. FII is returning to the streak, also reducing their sell-off levels as well. So positive indications after 9 to 11 months, we have actually seen that the investors felt some respite as the July month proved to be a great month for investors, with the Nifty inching higher by 8 odd percent in this entire month, and 2.5% in the last week as well. So positive indications right there. We start off another week with positive indications from across the globe. The US markets, the Asian markets, every market, European markets as well, they've been supporting the sentiments, and the SGX Nifty indicated to a positive start, and that's what exactly that we've witnessed today. Right at the opening bell, the Sensex surged about 226 points or 0.4% higher to trade the day at 57,796. That was the opening level. The Nifty 50 also moved higher by 85 points or 0.5% higher to trade the day at 17,243. Apart from this, if you actually see, a whole host of factors will be important from the market's point of view. The mid and the small cap shares were also positive. Mid cap 100 index rose by about 0.27% in trade. Apart from this, if you also see, there were other, the small cap index stocks also were higher by 0.3 odd percent. Of the sectors, of the 15 sectors compiled by the National Stock Exchange, nine of them were trading in the green, with the sub indices, the Nifty Auto, the Nifty Metal outperforming the Nifty with 1.3% and 0.8% kind of gains that we actually saw. On a stock specific front, M&M was the top Nifty gainer as the stock soared about 6% in the opening levels as well. Cipla, Maruti, Tata Motors, Power Grid were also among the gainers. In fact, if you talk about LIC, the shares of the country's biggest insurer and the largest domestic financial investor, that rose about 0.3% in trade to 680 kind of levels. In contrast, we actually saw Sun Pharma declining today, Hindustan Unilever, IndusInd Bank, Axis Bank, Titan, and TCS trading in the red. Some of them are lower right ahead of their earnings reports today. Let's also break down for you what the India VIX is really suggesting, because that's been an index that's been a good indicator of how the markets will be trading. Today, it's up by 5.25% at 7.4%, 7.4 levels. So there could be some amount of volatility. The market breadth in the favor of bears, in the favor of bulls right now. 33 advances to 17 declines as far as the Nifty composition is concerned. Now, M&M almost 6% up. Tata Motors follows suit with 4% uptake. Cipla 3% up. Maruti 3% up. Hero MotoCorp 2.8% up. Remember these auto names. Why are they in focus? Because the auto sales are coming about, and that's going to be the flavor of the day as well. On the downside, you have some of the, the FMCG names like Britannia, HUL also down in trade. NTPC, IndusInd Bank, and Sun Pharma not really performing at this point in time. But what will be the factors that will be important for the markets entire week? Like we talked about, it will be the auto sales to start off with. Most of these companies will be reporting their sales numbers for the month of July to help us give sense of what is the demand scenario on ground, because auto sector is a clear indicator of the consumer demand right out there. Is it for the two-wheelers, and is it for the four-wheelers, the premium segment, the SUV, the tractor segment? All of these indicate how different segments of the society are catering to demand. So it's all about the rural demand, the urban demand, the lower the ticket price demand as well for the auto space, like the two wheelers as well. Or is it for the luxury car market? All of those factors come about with this data, and that's why this data precisely is very, very important. Experts do suggest that this week it will be important that the markets may consolidate after rising suddenly, and that's going to be an important focus today. We'll also have to keep an eye out on the RBI Monetary Policy Committee meeting. That's going to be a big, big one factor that will impact the markets this week. there is an expectation that the RBI may hike 50 basis points, of the interest rates at this point in time. And this meeting will start from, say, 3rd of August as well to 5th of August. So we may come to know about the decisions on Friday. So keep that thing in mind as well. US jobs data, that will be an important indicator of whether US economy is actually facing trouble on ground as far as recession is concerned, or things are okay for now. Bank of England interest rate will hike will also be important to note. It is expected to hike the interest rates by another 25 basis points. So all of those factors will again come to play as far as the inflation interest rate scenario is concerned. The Q1 results will continue. Nearly one-fifth of the companies on the Nifty 50 from various industries report earnings this week. These prints will actually provide insights into consumer demand strength, automobile demand pickup. Earnings from several small and mid-cap companies that have heavy reliance on the US are expected to see some cool off in the growth figures as well. The FII data, which have remained net sellers in the month of July and the 9 months as well, they're signaling buying interest now. So FIIs are expected to stop selling. In that case, Indian stock markets may actually witness sharp upside. DIs already are pumping in money, so that's going to be another factor. These five factors will be critical in determining how the markets move forward. Of course, with this, we will keep you updated with everything that moves the street today. So don't forget to stay tuned on to Business Today TV. Everything that you need to know from the world of business and stock markets right here on your screens through the day to day. So don't forget to stay tuned on to Business Today TV. Thanks a lot for tuning in.